Thank you so much for joining me for this Pilates Mat Complete Body Workout. I have my box from my reformer. You can use a similar sized box or not a box at all for these exercises. I also have two 2-pound hand weights. I wouldn't go any heavier than 3 pounds today. So let's go ahead and begin with our knees bent, our feet flat. Tuck your tail, articulate back. Feet flat on the mat. Find a nice neutral spine where your tail to your hip bones are evenly weighted. You have a tiny little lift from the top of your back hip bone to your 12th rib. Your ribs are sinking into the mat and your shoulder blades are nice, flat, and wide on the mat. You have a soft, open collarbone. Your ribs are drawing together in the front. You're sinking your belly button to the spine. You have a nice long neck, and the bottom of your head is gently resting on the mat. We're going to flip our palms up with the balls or weights in our hands and find your sternum and 12th rib right here. It's where your ribs start to curve out. You're going to lift your palms up, your hands up to right over that marker with your palms towards your nose. Now sink your shoulders into the mat and squeeze under your arms gently. Now lower your arms down. Hover your arms off the mat and float them back up your sternum 12th rib and down. Now while we're doing this, inhale and exhale, try to engage your legs. So find a nice wrap in the outside of your hip all the way around to your inner thigh so that they're not just hanging out there. Your knees should be tracking over your big toe. Your heels should be under your sits bones. One more right here. Now come back up. Now separate your arms the distance of the mat. Now bring the pinky blade edge, drawing the pinky blade edge in towards your hip. Still a slight bend in your elbows so your shoulder blades are nice and flat and wide. And float your hands back up over your sternum 12th rib. While we're doing these exercises, we want to make sure that we're moving the shoulder and the hip socket. We're challenging our neutral spine with the weight of our arms and the weight of the weight balls or our hand weights. Squeeze under the arm as you pull the arm down. Good. Now here's 5. One more. And here's 6. Float your arms back up. Bring yours out to a T. They shouldn't be hanging. There should be a nice little slight bend in your elbow and lift your biceps slightly off the mat so it hovers. Now squeeze the arms and palms up, pinky blade edge to your hips, and open it back. And squeeze in on the exhale and inhale to open. And here's 3. And inhale. 4. We have 2 more. And here's 5, and open, and final 1, and open. Now palms back up to the ceiling over your sternum 12th rib. Palms face you, gentle bend in your elbow. Float your right knee up to tabletop and your left knee. Feel free to leave your legs separated the distance of your sits bones here, but don't allow your knees to knock or go wide to the side while you're here. Now we're going to inhale, exhale, peel our head off, our neck, our shoulders, and hover our arms by our hips off the mat. Uncurl. Bring your arms back up to the ceiling. While we're here, make sure you're in a true tabletop with your knees stacked over your hips. Curl it up and lower. Curl it up. While we're here, can you make sure that your tail is still flat and you didn't tuck it when curling up? And exhale, curl up. And lower. Let's do 2 more. Drawing the bottom tips of your hips, or of your ribs, to the top tips of your hips, guys. So we want to slide them towards each other. Good. Now, we're going to inhale, exhale to curl up, squeeze our legs together, extend our right leg long, bring the leg back in, uncurl, bring your hands up to the ceiling. Extend your left leg as you curl up, hovering your arms off the mat, and come back in. And exhale, right leg, and lower. And exhale, left leg, and lower. And right leg, and lower. And left leg, stay up, leave your arms there. And now extend right leg, and pull. Left leg, and pull. Squeeze under the arms. One more set. If you need to, rest your head, neck, and shoulder, and then curl back up. Otherwise, extend your legs up to the ceiling and anchor your sternum, or anchor your sacrum, and extend the left leg away for scissors, and then switch and switch. If at any time this is too much on your neck, please rest your head, neck, and shoulders and leave your arms hovering. Here's 4 and 5 and 6. Bring both legs up to the ceiling. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Bring your biceps to the mat at a 90-degree angle with the wrist directly over the elbow. Now, look at the distance between your ball and your legs. Imagine that your hands are resting against a wall and slide your arms up that wall so your arms extend away from you at an angle, but keep roughly the same distance between the ball and your leg. Slide it back down to the 90 degrees. So, leaving the ball where it is, distance-wise from your legs, slide the ball back up your legs and slide it down. The ball won't actually touch your legs. One more just like this. You have your arms at a nice distance from your body at an angle and slide it back down. Now, we're going to lower our legs for 1, 2, 3 as we lift the arms away. Now, lower the arms as you lift the legs for 1, 2, 3. Lift the arms, lower the legs, 1, 2, 3. Lift the legs, lower the arms, 1, 2, 3. The arms and the legs are both extended away at an angle, and then they come back up to the 90-degree bend, or a pike in your body and your arms. Flatten and widen the shoulder blades long across the mat. The arms and legs are challenging the box of your body to maintain a neutral spine. One more here. Good. Let's come to a frog position. Now extend the legs away from you slightly so you're in a diamond. Don't extend your legs up here in the diamond unless you're feeling it in your low back. Otherwise, try to leave your shins parallel with the floor. We're going to extend our arms up with our palms towards us over our sternum 12th rib. Inhale, exhale, reach towards the left side, bringing the right arm through the, my legs going, right arm through the legs and the left arm to the outside. Now come back up and exhale, go to the right side and lower and lift to the left. Left arm to the outside, right arm through and lift to the right. Left arm through, right arm to the outside. One more just like this. Bringing our hands up every time. Now stay up. Now bring your hands up and lower, challenging the body. If this is too much for you, please feel free to go back to the other exercise. Woo, lower your legs again. That's a challenge too, right? Otherwise, please rest your head, neck, and shoulders if you're unable to do this with comfort. Now bring your knees in. Bring the balls up, palms facing you again. Bring the balls towards the tip top of your knees. We're going to do the double leg stretch. So I'm going to inhale, exhale, curl up, and extend my arms, extend my legs. The balls can come here, they can come here. Please don't bring your hands past your ears though. I like to bring mine to the tip top of my head because otherwise it gets a little heavy with the weight. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, exhale, curl up, and extend. And draw everything back in and lower your head, neck, and shoulders. One more, and we're going to stay up and do 3 with our head and curl up the whole time. Now, keeping your head curled, bring your arms and legs together. Now lift your arms and legs. Now lower, bring them back together. And extend. And pull. One more. Bring just the arms down. Lower the balls and begin pumping your arms for hundreds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Here's 3. Keep going. Make sure you have a nice wide collarbone and don't crunch your chin to your chest. Imagine you have an orange or an apple underneath your chin, or maybe even an egg. So if you crunch your chin to your chest, your egg yolk will get all over the front of your shirt, and if you lift your chin too high, your egg will roll away and break. Can you lower your legs a little bit? Squeeze the glutes, squeeze your thighs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower again for the last 10. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest everything down to the mat. little shake. Roll onto the side. Press yourself up to sitting. We're going to do some standing work with the box. I have my box tilted on the side. It is roughly the same height as my reformer here, a little bit higher. But when I do this exercise, I do it to the side of my reformer, and I like the height of my box for it. I'm going to stand with my heels directly under my sits bones, but sticking your butt way back. Come over your box in a quadruped position. Don't sway out your low back. Tuck your tail slightly. Draw your belly button to your spine. Draw your ribs together. Squeeze underneath your arms to gently draw your shoulder blade down your back. I'm going to take my left leg. I'm going to bend it at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to flex my foot, and then I'm going to kick behind and lower. I'm in parallel the whole time, guys, so you shouldn't splay your hip out on this one. And kick, squeezing the glutes, and lower. If you have some mirrors, go ahead and take a look around. Make sure you're not turning out your foot or splaying your hips. Your hips are nice and even. Here's 8, 9, and 10. Lower the leg, extend the foot behind you. Now, staying in a square hip position, lift the leg and tap 1, and lift and tap 2. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, don't sway out in the back to do this. 8, if you feel it in your low back, tuck your tail slightly. On 10, stay up at the top and pulse up. 2, 3, 4, by squeezing your glutes. Now 10 small circles in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend your knee back into the 90-degree angle. Now your hip will open slightly as you open to the doggy fire hydrant style position and the turned out donkey kick position, and lower back to the parallel position. Turn out to the turned out donkey and parallel. And open and close. Here's 4 and 5. Now, if you'd like, you can lower your right arm or the opposite arm down with the fingertips facing the hand and open and close. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay up. Now, extend the foot behind you, the donkey kick, and pull back for 1. Look down at your leg that you're standing leg. Make sure that you're not pressing your weight to the side. Try to keep your hip stacked over the ankle on your standing leg to challenge it. My glute on the standing leg is burning right now. Here's 9 and 10. Draw it back in. Now lower the foot down, and my leg doesn't touch because of my hips, right? Because you're splayed out. Odds are yours will not. But this is the starting position for the lower and lift. 1, 2. Squeeze on that top arm so your shoulder's away from your ear. Use the outer glute to really reach that leg up. 6. Draw your ribs together. Here's 9 and 10. Stay up, and now pulse up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10 small circles in each direction. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, body, and come up. Go ahead and pound it out on that opposite hip real fast. We'll go ahead and go to the other side. We're going to find that quadruped donkey position with the other side of the body. I'm going to stand in my left leg and bring my right leg to a 90-degree angle and start donkey kicking in parallel for 1. Now, the glutes on the left leg will definitely start hurting a lot earlier because you've already worked this leg. Here's 7, 8, 9, squeeze under the arms here, out of the neck, and 10. Now extend the foot behind you. Now make sure that your head's in line with your spine. The tip top of your head's in line with your spine in a straight line. Lower lift for 1. Square your hips 2. I always want to splay on the second side, so you really need to make sure that you're keeping a nice, even hip. Here's 9 and 10. Stay up at the top and pulse up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 small circles in each direction. 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg back down to 90 degrees in the donkey kick position and open to the side, splaying the hip. And come back to parallel. And here's 2. And 3. And 4. And now after the 5th one, we're going to come down. We can bring that left arm down with the fingertips facing the right hand. And here's 5. 4. Woo! My left side leg is really burning. Good. Now extend that leg behind you, still in the splayed hip position. Again, my leg is hovering. I'm going to lift. Again, guys, while we're here, make sure that you're not pressing your hip out to the side. You have the hip stacked over the ankle. Here's 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stay up at the top and pulse up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 small circles in each direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and stand up. Whew. And go ahead and pound out that right hip. I'm going to leave my box on the side, and I'm going to bring the box in between my legs in a straddle position. I am turned out slightly. I'm going to find my weights. Standing up at the top, stacking my shoulders over my hips, I'm going to reach my balls, or my weights, out in front of me from my sternum 12th rib. If I go any higher, I start to get into my shoulders. I don't want to do that. So, without moving your biceps, bring the balls towards your shoulder and extend. 2. Make sure you're not rounding your shoulders here. 3. We're only going to go 4, so we're going to do 12 bicep curls. Now, we're going to squat and tap our booty as we curl and extend our legs as we extend our arms. Bend legs, bend arms, extend legs, extend arms. Here's 3 and 4. Now squat down. You don't sit on it, but just hover over. And now bicep curl for 4. Draw the ribs in. 3. Belly button in. 2. 1. Draw the balls back. Squeezing the bottom tips of the shoulder blades and extend the arms and pull and extend like a serving or a palms are growing. Here's 6, 7. We're going to add on. If at any point you need to stand up, no problem. Now, I'm going to leave my right arm there. I'm going to pull back with my left arm and look over my left elbow and extend my left arm. Then I'm going to rotate with my right side, looking over the right elbow and extend. I'm moving from the belly button up. The bottom part of my body isn't shifting. We're going to do 5 sets on each side. So here's 4. And here's 5. Good. Place the balls down, place your hands on the box, and carefully step off to the side. We're going to come back to sitting on the mat. I'm going to place my balls to the side. I'm going to extend my legs long. I'm going to reach my arms in front of me, palms facing each other in a roll-up position. Tuck my tail. Articulate all the way down to the mat. I'm going to leave my fingertips sticking up on my sternum 12th rib. My legs are squeezed gently together in a gentle Pilates V. Let's do roll up without swinging your arms. Inhale, articulate up, keeping a C-shaped curve the whole time, and reach over your legs, keeping your biceps by your ears. Now begin to articulate back. Imagine that your arms are sliding back on a table. After your sacrum hits, your arms will lift up with the rest of your body. Inhale. Exhale when you peel off your sacrum. Inhale back. And exhale down. Now if your legs are floating off while you're doing this exercise, extend your legs long, shooting energy out of your toes, and press down with the backs of your hamstrings. Let's do 2 more. Try not to collapse over your legs, guys. We want to hover our arms off of our legs. 1 more. And then we'll go into spine stretch, open leg rocker, and saw. Good. Now, let's come up to sitting up tall. Separate our feet hip distance or a little bit wider. Flex our feet in parallel strongly. We're going to reach our hands up again, coming up out of our sternum 12 rib. Draw our ribs together, draw our belly button spine, stack our shoulders over our hips. Inhale for a spine stretch, reaching over our legs, just like we did in the C-shaped curve for roll-up. Now, exhale to articulate back up to tall. Inhale. Imagine you're rounding over a barrel here, so you're not going to collapse. And exhale up. Inhale over the legs. Exhale up. Let's do 2 more. Head comes up last, guys. Head goes down first on the way down. Head comes up last. Bring your feet together, pinpoint your feet in the center. Scooch your glutes closer to your feet. Hold on to above your ankles on the shins. Tuck your tail slightly. If this is too much for you, you can go ahead and hold on under your legs if you don't have the flexibility to extend your legs at the ankles. And if you have osteoporosis, osteopenia, low back problems, or low neck or neck problems, please don't do this exercise. We're going to extend our legs, pulling down on our shins so that we can really engage in this position and lock it in, squeezing under our arms. If possible, when we're holding our ankles, our legs should not be wider than our shoulders. We're going to inhale, tuck our tail, roll back to the tips of the shoulder blades, and exhale up. And inhale back. Pull down on your legs to help really keep that C-shaped curve in your spine so that you're not flat backing or flat tiring or slapping your lower spine on the mat. Halfway there, let's do 4 more. Lots of control. Ooh, I didn't make it in time. Here's 6. I've had one lately where I'm just not going to make it back up. Hopefully it's just one, right? And here's 8. Now release your feet, flex them, reach your arms long, and float those legs down to the mat with control. We're going to go into saw from here. So open your arms to a T. Give me a little bit more weight in your pinky blade edge so you're drawing those shoulders away from the ears. Bring your arms slightly in front of you. Inhale as you rotate to the left. Dive down, just tap the tip of your pinky to the tip of your baby toe. Come back up and then come through center. Inhale to the opposite side. Exhale, just tap. So you're really working on that rounding position is what we're going for. Now round over. And inhale through the center. 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 Good job, guys. We're going to draw our legs together. We're going to do a little teaser series, and then we're going to go into a long box series on the mat. So reach your arms in front of you, legs squeeze together. Inhale, exhale, articulate back. Just kidding. We're going to inhale, exhale, articulate up. We're going to do some roll backs first. So we're just going to articulate back into the C-shaped curve, pressing our legs down, and articulate back into sitting up tall. Sorry, guys. Inhale, exhale. Squeeze under the arms, nice long neck. Don't allow your legs to float off. Let's do 2 more. Final one and round back, and then we're gonna do flat back. Now, still reaching your arms long in front of you. You're gonna flat back, lean back. Imagine your arms are on the table again. Don't allow them to float up. Just leave them on the table. The load will help your body, and exhale forward. One more just like this. Squeeze under the arms. Squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades for nice wide shoulders. Now pull it back. Now open the arms to a T and squeeze back together and come up to sitting up tall. Flat back, hinge back. Open 1, open 2, and sit up tall. One more with 3 open closes of the T-arms. Now open and squeeze 1, open and squeeze 2, open and squeeze 3, and sit up tall. Now we're gonna tuck our tail and roll back for the teaser series. Sorry about that, guys. Just like we did in roll up, we're gonna keep our fingertips coming up over our sternum 12 thread. Inhale, exhale, begin to peel your head and shoulder off, and then your legs will naturally float up. Keep your eyes in line with your toes. Now tuck your tail, keep the eyes in line with the toes. Your head and your feet will hit at the same time. Inhale, exhale up. Now open the arms to T and squeeze and close 1 and 2. Don't squeeze your pecs when you do this. You just want to bring the arms back together and lower. Last teaser, best teaser, guys. Inhale, exhale. Now lower and lift the legs just an inch for 1. Don't let the upper body move. 2 and 3. Tuck the tail and articulate down. Inhale, exhale. Sit up tall. Arms up. If you're able to, bring your biceps by your ears. Otherwise, up by your nose is fine. Draw your ribs together. We're going to side bend to the right. Keep that left hip grounded and squeeze up your legs to sit up tall. And go to the left. And squeeze it up tall. And to the right. And to the left. And to the right. And to the left. Now bend the legs in a gentle diamond. Place your hands on the inside of your diamond. Reach your hands to the outside of the calf. We're trying to get our forearms flat here. Round over your legs. And breathe deeply into your back for some back breathing here. So we're in a tight, rounded position. And we can't really breathe into the front of our body, so we're forced to breathe into the back of our body, which we don't normally do. One more. Now, unthread the fingers and articulate up to sitting up tall. Now we're going to go ahead and take our box and place it in the long box position. We are going to be doing a couple of swan positions on here, and then we are going to go ahead and do some other exercises for the body, right? So bring the sternum 12 thread to the front of the box. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and squeeze the box with your elbows. Make sure that you're not tensioning your hips. So draw the belly button and the spine, draw the ribs together, engage the glutes and the lower abs so your legs aren't super heavy and pressing into the box. From here, we're going to do tiny baby swans, lift, and lower down to neutral. Don't drop, just do a neutral spine. And lift. So the neutral spine, the tip top of your head, should be in line with your tail. One more here. Squeeze your shoulder blades down your back. Now if you'd like to add on, go ahead and slide the meaty part of your palm to the box. You're not going to get your whole palm on there probably comfortably. And inhale to lift up into the swan and exhale to lower. This is a tight swan. So if you feel like it's too much for you, go back to the swan where your hands are on the mat under the box. And here's 3 and lower. Now place your hands back on the mat underneath the shoulders, elbows squeezing. Bring your legs to a frog. It'd be nice if your knees were not wider than the box. And now squeeze your glutes and hamstrings. Go lift the legs up. Just stamp your feet on the ceiling and lower. And lift and stamp. And 3. And 4. And 5. Stay at the top and pulse for 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Now just your left leg will lift and lower. Lift and lower. 3. Draw the ribs together. Draw the belly button to the spine. Stay up at the top and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, and lower. Now the right leg will lift and lower. You shouldn't have lost the engagement on your left side while you're doing this. So you should still be making the leg a little lighter on the mat by squeezing your glute and hamstring and inner thigh. And now stay up and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend your legs long. Squeeze in together as much as you can with your inner thigh. If you're able to, extend your arms over your head. Otherwise, if you do not have that mobility, reach your arms in front of you and see if you can hover them off the mat. We're going to go into swimming on the box. Biceps by your ears. Now begin swimming. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Reach your arms as long as you can. Don't wiggle around in your body all over the place. If that's the case, draw everything closer than the midline to make your swimming more narrow. 1 more set. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause there. Lower back down. Bring your feet back into the frog. We have 1 final set of frogs. So lift for 5. Both legs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay at the top and 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg will lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay at the top and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And right leg will lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay at the top and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can find a relaxing pose here. Otherwise, we're going to do rocker on the box. If you're uncomfortable, please go to the mat. I'm going to scooch back slightly. I'm going to reach back with my left hand, grab around the top of my left foot, flex my toes. I'm going to reach back with my right hand, grab the top of my right foot with my right hand. My legs should not be wider than the box. I'm going to press my feet away from me and lift up into the rocker position. Now I'm going to rock by inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, exhale 2. We're going to 5. Pull the shoulders down the back. 1 more. Now reach the arms and legs long and rest everything down. Press yourself gently off the back of the box. And you can find a nice supported child's pose here as a nice counter stretch. Now remember the child's pose because we're going to remove our box and we're going to come back to the child's pose for a plank series. So, I like to find my plank by starting in child's pose. My toes are together. My toes are apart, my heels are together. I've tucked my toes. Sitting back in a child's pose, my arms are reaching long. I'm going to inhale. On the exhale, I'm going to press up into the plank position. I might have to adjust slightly, that's fine. Now, I'm doing a traditional Pilates Mat plank right now in the Pilates Mat position on mainly my big toe and second toe. From there, I'm going to bend my knees into a hover, and I'm going to press forward back into the plank. Bend my knees into the hover, and press forward. And here's 3. And here's 4. And here's 5. From there, I'm going to rock my right hand to the center, and I'm going to rotate my body to a side plank with my left arm on top. If I'm able to, I'm going to stack my top leg on top of my bottom leg. If not, I'm just going to hold the position. Otherwise, I'm going to bring my hand to my hip. I'm going to lower and lift my top leg for 1. Here's 2. And here's 3. Leave the leg there, extend the arm, and lift the arm for 3. And lower. 2. And lower. Make sure you're squeezing your glutes. And now arm and leg. 1, 2, and 3. Now, stack the top foot in front of the bottom foot, bring the left arm down, rotate back to the center, bring the right hand back out, come into a parallel position with your heels underneath your sits bones, and we're going to jackrabbit from here, pressing back into a hover with our knees, and pressing forward into a plank. And back into the hover. This is a more traditional jackrabbit, like you would see in Reformer for the knee stretch series. Here's 4, and here's 5. Now walk the left hand to the center, rotate to the right side. If you're able to, stack the right leg on top of the bottom leg. Make sure your shoulders stacked over your wrist. Bring your hand to your hip, lower and lift that right leg for 3, and 2. Whew, and 1. Extend that right arm long and lift it for 3, and lower, 2, and lower. Squeeze the glutes, and 1, and lower. Now arm and leg, 1, and 2, and 3. Come back through center, rotate back to the center, bring the left hand back, lower the knees, press back into a child's pose. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Begin to finger walk your hands back and articulate up to sitting up tall. Come on to your back. We're going to do some bridge work. We're going to do an articulation bridge today. Heels are sits bones distance apart. No wider, please. Platform your arms down by your side. Inhale and print your spine. Tuck your tail. Articulate up to a nice tall bridge. Extending long from your knees to your hips and your hips to your underarms. And articulate back down. Inhale, exhale, and print the spine. Articulate up. Now lower and lift the heels for 5, 4, 3. Squeeze the glutes the whole time. 2, 1. Lift both heels. Lower the right heel and lift, and left heel and lift. Right, left. Try not to let your hips shift. 1 more set on each side. Lower both heels. Articulate down. Inhale, exhale, and print your spine. Articulate up. Squeezing your glutes. Don't flare your ribs. Shake out your neck and make sure you can move it. Now bring the right leg to tabletop and lower. Left leg and lower. Right leg. I'm going to try not to lower your hips as you do it. Draw the belly button to the spine. Draw the ribs together. This is it. And then we're going to do one more exercise in bridge and we're done. Articulate down. Inhale, exhale, and print your spine. Articulate up. Draw the right knee to tabletop. Extend it to the ceiling. 3 small circles the size of a bender ball across the body. Inhale and exhale away. Inhale and exhale away. Now reverse. Inhale away from the body. Exhale across. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Draw the knee to tabletop. Rest the foot down. Left knee to tabletop. Extend. Inhale across the body and exhale up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And now reverse. Inhale away. Exhale across 1. Inhale away. Exhale 2. Squeeze that glute on the right side. Knee to tabletop. Lower down. Articulate down. Lift up in a tiny half bridge. Take your hands, make a diamond. The pointer finger should be down by your tail. The thumbs together should be up by your hip bones. Draw your knees together and up. Find a frog. We're going to do frog from here. I find it's easier to maintain a neutral spine if my tail is slightly lifted. If this hurts your hands, please feel free to remove them. Otherwise, I'm going to extend out to a frog and pull. This is challenging on the body. We're going to 5. Here's 4. And here's 5. Now extend both legs up to the ceiling. We're going to do 5 circles, double leg circles. So open and down and squeeze and lift. Don't make them so big that your back lifts off the mat. 3, 4. After this one, we're going to reverse. So come up. Now with your legs squeezed together, go down and separate and lift and squeeze. And down and separate and lift and squeeze. Here's 3. And 4. and 5. Draw your knees back in, rest them on the mat, lift slightly so you can remove your hands. Come to your right side, press yourself up to sitting up tall. We're going to go into mermaid. This is traditional mermaid. If it's too much for you, you can sit in the Z sit where your bottom leg is extended or is in front of you so that your shin is parallel with the side of the mat. Or if this is too much, you can sit into a crisscross applesauce or a diamond. If you're in crisscross applesauce, please switch your legs to the other leg in front on the other side. Bring your arms to a T. Place your hand a little bit closer to your knee than your hip. And inhale, exhale. Reach for where the wall and the ceiling meet. Pressing up, up, up out of the right hip so that you're really extending out of both sides. Use your obliques to press yourself up. Bring that the left hand across that lower knee. Palm up and reach for where the wall and the ceiling meet on the other side. Pressing down with the arm, really extending a nice long neck. Looking up under that arm. Back to the T. Place the right hand down. Reach with the left arm. Bring the elbow to the hip on the right arm, squeezing under the arm to really pull that shoulder away from the ear. Sit up tall and reach to the opposite side for a counter stretch. Final one on this side. Come back to sitting up tall. Swing your legs around if that's accessible to you. Arms to the T. Again, guys, if you're coming to crisscross applesauce on the other side, put the other leg in front now. Bring that left hand down a little bit closer to the knee than the hip so that you're not really getting into that back too much. Reach up, 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 squeeze under the arm, pull that shoulder away from the ear. Use your obliques to pull yourself up. Bring that right hand across, palm up, while you're reaching long, 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 long with the left arm for the wall and the ceiling meet on the opposite side. Sit up tall, left arm down, reach, reach, reach. Try to keep your knees together the whole time. If your knees are coming apart, try to reach a little bit more forward almost if you can to get in those obliques on the front because you might be popping into your back slightly. Or it could be that your inner thighs are weak. You never know, but just a few things to try just in case, right? All right, let's find a diamond position or crisscross applesauce. We're going to take a nice big inhale, lift our necklace for the wall and the ceiling meet, and exhale. Guys, we're all done with class. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you had a wonderful time, and I hope that I see you again. Thanks so much.